Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Same Spirit Gaming. My name's Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
And we've got more Ori and the Blind... No, not the Blind Forest. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Doggone it, I did it. And that was the first time I did it, too.
I always want to say the same thing. I thought it would be me, but it was you.
Ouch. These things hurt.
I'm really glad. So it's been stormy where I live. Last night I was doing something on my computer and it's just like shut off. So I'm really glad that's over during our recording session. So it sucks. But we really needed it because we had like a week and a half of just 90s and everything's dry and dying and I'm struggling to water stuff.
We only had like 3 days of heat like that. Ooh. We've got Bash now.
Oh. Very nice.
The way it controls is a bit different. But I guess it works. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot that I have a dash too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I can break stuff. Lever. No, that opens that. Okay. But that's not even where I'm trying to go.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get the ability from the ancestral tree before I go over this way and meet up with Kwolok. Okay, I can climb this. Kinda. Well, maybe not as much as I thought. Oh, I don't need to go that way. I need to go up here. Yes, thank you for giving me a boost. Thank you for repeatedly giving me a boost. Okay. Hang on. Nope. That didn't work the way I hoped. Ouch. Oh well, I healed anyway. Alright, you know what? Oh, I was about to say maybe I should just ignore that, but never mind. Got it. I got the thing. Ouch. No. Okay. Very sunset kind of lighting.
Yeah. That's true.
Bubbles.
What's gonna happen? A giant frog?
Lona Meskila. Te sonomokis. Bila Bodawa. Nomo Kwolok. Enomo Kwela. Moki Drulquara. Monosquar.
Far to the east. How far?
They'll never tell you.
She's Molaquaze.
Does it actually have voice acting? I can't hear.
Yes, but it's not saying the words that are on the screen.
Okay.
Oh, although I will say this, now that I think about it, this voice does sound a lot like the deep narrator kind of voice that was in the first game.
Okay. Maybe it's the same guy.
Eh? More light. Okay, floating light thing, just, you know, try not to be like Navi or whatever from that one Zelda game.
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta go way up here. And I'm not sure how to get up there, although that looks like it could lead kind of up in that general direction. So maybe that's where I should go.
Okay.
New wisp found. Maximum life and energy have increased. Alright. Can I? Oh.
Silent teeth.
I'm like, I could go this way, but I don't know if it would actually lead to anything helpful. Okay, well, I guess we've got our path from Kwolok. Hopefully, you know, it's actually possible to get there with current means of traversal.
Yeah.
I was expecting that to get way closer to where I was going. Oh. They pulled a lever. And opened that up, which, okay.
Reminds me of Sonic and Knuckles a little bit.
That would explain why I couldn't go there before.
Yeah. So, did you hear the big gaming news?
I'm not sure I did. What big gaming news are we talking about?
With Bungie. So, Marathon is their new game. It's not performing very well. And then, but they're like doubling down, and they just released an announcement that they are ending support for Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is coming to an end. And oh wait, that's done. You are not a Moki.
Oh, there's a map.
Should go to the one who wanders. Yeah, like it's kind of interesting to just look at. They're moving forward on this game that like nobody's playing and nobody really likes, which in my opinion, like for me, just the first impression I got was that it's like, ugh, like the characters just look gross. Like I don't want to play a character that looks like this. It looks disgusting. I just didn't like it. It just does not look. I'll spend my time playing other games. And apparently I'm not the only one who feels that way.
I'm not trying to hit it back at the enemy there.
And then, yeah, like Destiny 2, their old game that they're apparently now not supporting anymore is doing better than their current game. So it's like, what are you doing as a company, really?
Okay, that's what I was trying to do. I wanted to break the thing. That was it.
And my main problem with like Destiny was, I think it's fun. The gameplay is solid, but they removed the first campaign and like the beginning stuff. And so it's like, as a new player, how are you even supposed to, like, what's the entry point if you remove the beginning campaign from the game?
Yeah.
Anybody who jumps in is going to be like, what is going on? So they screwed themselves, and new players, it's hard for them to join. They did it to themselves. So I don't know what's going to happen. Sony spent $1 billion buying Bungie, and now it's like, yikes.
Yeah, I mean, Bungie didn't make all the best decisions before being bought out by Sony, but it definitely seems like they've gotten worse since.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the gaming news. Destiny 2 is ending. I always kind of, when I hear games are ending, it makes me want to play them just because, like, it's not even going to be available later on. But I never get around to it. There's a reason it's ending, I guess. Greetings, I see you've made it to the glades. Don't suppose your journeys have taken you in the direction of the Wellspring yet. Rumors of an old library have roused my interest. Might do some exploring of my own. Perhaps I'll see you there.
Care to hone your skills? Yeah, let's see what I even can. Sentry. Spawn a spirit orb that attacks for you. Throw a star that returns to you. Spike. Throw a powerful spear of light. Uses a large amount of energy. Destroys unstable ground. Fast travel. I need to buy this thing to have fast travel? Blaze. Set nearby enemies on fire. I think I'll go for the fast travel.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like,
You can't.
I don't even necessarily assume that I'm going to use it, but just in case.
Yeah.
Knowledge of the spirits. New rumor. That's where I would go for that? Okay. No, I didn't want to... Oh, but that implies that there are more places than Inkwater Marsh. Which, I mean, I guess would... kind of... Oh, never mind. Kwolok's Hollow is another... Okay. That's the Wellspring up there. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. So, can I just go to a spirit well from anywhere? Oh, yeah, it looks like I can. Okay.
That was worth it.
Yeah, that's definitely more convenient fast travel than the previous game. Oh, talk. It's you again. Yep, treasure map. Just left my wanderer's pouch for it. Okay, what does it do? Oh, it's a quest object. Find an aspiring adventurer who might need a small bag. And this looks like a busted spirit well. So the place in the previous game was Nibble, and this is Newen. Both have the NI start. Anyway, just noticing that. Anyway. Blah, 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 blah. View projects. Repair the spirit well. Yeah, that sounds like a good one, probably. And what is this? Spiky vines all over the place are quite the nuisance. With some help, I could clear them out. Huh. Okay, well, repair the spirit well first. And I probably can't do anything else right now. Nope. Alright. Well, I imagine there's going to be a decent amount of exploring.
Yeah.
And maybe some more conversation, but... I mean, we don't have to continue waiting for the Bible passage because of this.
Okay. So, alright, I got, I think I actually referenced the passage right before this, where, actually, maybe not. Well, I wanted to talk about it anyway, so, you know what, I'll read the whole thing again, even if I already covered some of this. So, this is, yeah, I think I did talk about this, whatever, I'll do it again. This is, James chapter 3, 13 through 18. apologize if I'm repeating points, but I think I have something interesting to say about it. It says, "Who is wise and understanding among you? Let them show it by their good life, by deeds done in the humility that comes from wisdom. But if you harbor bitter envy and selfish ambition in your hearts, do not boast about it or deny the truth. Such wisdom does not come down from heaven, but it is earthly, unspiritual, demonic. For where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice. But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. Peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness." Reading that, I don't think I did actually read that. It was something similar, though. There's a lot of interesting things here. So, first of all, I'll just say, it says, "But if you harbor bitter envy and selfish ambition, do not boast about it," which is a weird thing to say about negative qualities. Like, why would you boast about negative qualities? But, or deny the truth. So don't, like, lie and say you don't have selfish ambition and envy. Like, I guess kind of come to terms with it. I'm not totally sure why you would boast about it, but anyway, yeah, this is not wisdom. Such wisdom does not come down from heaven, but is earthly, unspiritual, and demonic. So these are things that absolutely you want to find a way to purge, get help from your brothers and sisters in Christ, and where there is envy and selfish ambition, you find disorder and every evil practice. Sounds like Hollywood to me. Because everyone there has selfish ambition and envy, and that's like the whole circular practice over there. And you also find every evil practice and disorder, so yeah, it is funny. And then it says, and this is, like, I'll kind of break this down. The wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. So, yeah, let's break it down. So, peace-loving, that would mean, like, not, if you think God is telling you to do something and it, like, causes conflict, it's probably not wisdom from heaven, which I have seen people, like, say before, like, they're causing drama and they're like, well, no, this is the will of God. This is how God wants us to act. And it's like, well, if you're causing a bunch of conflict, probably not. And the wisdom from heaven's considerate, so that kind of leads into the same thing. And then this is interesting too. It's submissive. So if you, that's like a big overlooked thing, I think, because there's a lot of loud, confrontational, you know, like podcasters and people on X, who I guess are Christians or, you know, claim to be, or they are, and they're just, you know, misled.
Yes.
But the wisdom is submissive because we're supposed to be servants to one another. And so, once again, if you're thinking God wants us to be a certain way, or wants us to act in a certain way, just remember that peace-loving, considerate, and submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. Full of mercy is important because there's so many things that happen, people do, groups of people do, that people say, like, well, I can't forgive it, or no, we need to, these people have to be brought to justice, and, you know, all these kind of things, or we need to join together as Christians and attack these people, or whatever it is. If you're full of mercy, then you're full of forgiveness, and you can't think like that. Additionally, it's funny how all these like just flow into each other really nicely. Like it's one word after another, and they all just like flow nicely. Because after Full of Mercy, you have impartial, which again is like non-discriminatory, not one side or the other. Whether you're talking about political parties, whether you're talking about races or sexes or whatever, impartial. Wisdom's impartial. It applies to all. It outward and inward. That also means you don't like if like you just basically have to say the truth, and that's really hard for people. Like it's not discriminatory in one way, and it's also not discriminatory in the other way. So like I feel like you look around at both sides of the political aisle, and they're both being kind of discriminatory. So, you know, like I feel like a true Christian will not resonate with either political party that we have in the U.S. because, whoa, that was crazy. Just... I don't know what you're supposed to do there. Jeez. Yeah, because. Sorry, I called out Hollywood saying they also are full of envy and selfish ambition, but so is politics. Like, politics is full of... I mean, of course you have to be ambitious to become a politician.
Yeah.
And, like, you're going to be envious of people who are getting ahead while you're not. So, yeah, I mean, it's the same with politics, and which will reflect in the political parties. You're not going to find a true Christian political party because like it would be so hard to be like a really good Christian and a politician. Like I don't know that those two things kind of seem in conflict with one another. Now I'm not saying politicians who claim to be Christians aren't Christians. I'm just saying looking at this text and like how we're supposed to act. And by the way, I don't act how I'm supposed to act a lot of the time. So it's like, I'm not saying anyone's not a Christian. I'm just saying we shouldn't just say like, yeah, I totally align with this group because
they say they're Christian. Yeah.
The only group you should align with is disciples of Jesus. Is that a political party that I can align with? I don't think so.
I mean, unless it's one of those really obscure parties that never gets any attention.
Yeah.
Because there are actually loads of those.
There are, yeah. And they will never win out because they're not willing to do the wrong thing to get ahead. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I think I've read similar stuff, but this kind of just like I read it and I was like, oh man, this is some good stuff here. This Bible's got some good stuff. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, and that's... I mean, really, in a way, all those descriptions kind of end up saying that, well, true wisdom really wants what's best for everybody, and the way the world is nowadays, it's so much about, oh, what's best for me, and only me.
True. Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, anyway, I figured this was a decent spot to kind of pause my progress before we move on. And
okay,
I imagine there's gonna be something behind this big old door, and I don't know if that's where it's gonna take me once I talk to this person. So, or this being, animal, creature thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hopefully
All right.
you'll tune in next time.
Yeah.
See what happens.
More-
Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.
Yeah. More Ori and the
Will of the Wisps.
Will of the Wisps and good conversation. Almost caught me there.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.